Hey, it's Chris, and in today's video, we're going to talk about my Ego self-propelled electric lawnmower. Okay, so let's take a look at the actual lawnmower itself. So it is a plastic construction, which is fine, makes it lighter, less likely to rust out. So I don't really care about the plastic construction. I think it's decent for what it is. Here's the actual batteries. So you can see the difference here. This is a 7.5 amp hour Ego battery that comes with a mower. And this is a 2.5 amp hour battery. This came with the weed eater that I also purchased. I really wanted a second battery anyway. So that's the difference in the size. As you can see, the 7.5 significantly, some other angles here, larger. So for the lawnmower itself, like I said, we'll kind of do a spin around here so you can get a look at it from the front. Here's the other side with the height adjustment here. It's pretty easy to move it up and down. And here's we look at the controls. So here we have, this is what's going to determine how fast, whenever you're walking, slower or faster, how fast you want the self-propelled to actually be. This is your safety bar here. This is your start button. And then here we have to engage the electric motor to cause it to roll forward. So here in the back, we also have the ability to bag. It comes open. And there's right now I currently have the mulch plug in. And there's also another plug if you want to do the side discharge. So that's kind of an overview of how it looks. Let's go take a look at how well it performs. Okay, so I'm all done mowing now. Let's let the results speak for themselves. It's been a pretty dry summer here in the south. So some of the grass is not as thick, and you can see the heat stress. But overall, pretty happy with the cut and the way it looks. So there are one thing I do want to note about the quality of the cut. And see if I can find one that has it, but occasionally it'll miss clipping a piece of grass here and there. Here's one right here. So see, it's not been cut. It's a little higher than the rest. You can see there's another one right here. But again, it's very few, and overall the quality is as good as any gas push mower that I've had. Okay, so I'm all done mowing. I am sweaty and glistening right now. It is 95 down here in the south. So I want to talk about the pros and cons of the Ego self-propelled push lawnmower. So when it comes to the pros, there are really two big ones that were the decisions that made me decide to buy this. The first is it is battery powered, obviously. So I had to deal with gasoline, having a gas tank that I go take to the gas station. I barely ever go to the gas station now with our two plug-in hybrid cars. We're only going to gas station on road trips, and then whatever we usually have left is more than enough to get us to our next road trip. So I really don't like going to the gas station. It's just kind of a waste of time, and especially just going to go get 2 gallons for a push lawnmower. So the fact that I can just plug it into the outlet, let it charge, that's a huge positive for me. Second big positive is how quiet it is. It's quiet enough that you don't need hearing protection. I can mow pretty early in the morning on the weekends without waking everyone up. My wife describes it as, it sounds like someone 5 or 6 houses away mowing, and that's, with her being inside our house. So it's pretty quiet, doesn't disturb anyone. So that was the other huge positive. Now, once I've started to use it, I've got to see some of the negatives. The biggest negative is there are those grass clippings that are missed. Occasionally it'll miss a blade of grass. It's not a showstopper. If you want that perfectly beautiful lawn where there's not one or two missing that weren't cut, then it may be an issue for you. But overall, it has performed as well as any gasoline lawnmower, push lawnmower that I've ever owned. It is relatively expensive, which is another con. $500 at Home Depot, and you can buy a push lawnmower for $100 to $150. So you're able to get 3 or 4 gasoline cheap push lawnmowers for the price of one of these. So that's a negative, but for me it was worth it, and that's why I purchased this Ego.